LBC.
One of the UK's biggest supermarkets has decided to update its bereavement leave policy, giving staff 10 days of paid time off instead of 5. Employees will be entitled to the 2 working weeks away, regardless of their relationship to the deceased. It's been created with the help of trade unions and charities who think it'll impact some 57,000 workers in Britain. Well, Claire Costello joins me now, Chief People and Inclusion Officer at the Co-op Group. Claire, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it sounds on the face of it quite a generous move, this, isn't it? So just tell us more about what prompted it, the reasoning behind it.
Well, the Co-op did some research recently, and as you said, there's a really significant impact on colleagues and workers who get impacted by bereavement leave and how it affects them in their work, their performance, and their mental well-being at home as well. And that research told us that 56% of employees think that bereavement leave and how it's managed is incredibly important to them. But it also showed us that 48% of people take less than a week off. And when you then look at how they are managing their day-to-day at work, it is impacting them through their mental health, especially as we've come out of the pandemic. So we felt that this was just the right thing to do for our colleagues. It is industry leading in terms of retail, but it's a very progressive policy that we think will be there and great for our colleagues.
I was going to say, does it follow other big businesses, big firms doing the same for their employees, especially when it comes to bereavement? And also when staff, say, do lose a loved one, be it a friend or family member, whoever, how much time are they usually taking off then?
So that's a really good question. Most policies in large organisations still are quite old-fashioned in a way. A lot of people do it based on your family member as to how many days you can have off. It's normally related to old school family setups. So the policy that we've instigated goes from 5 days, which is the old traditional format, up to 10. It doesn't matter who the person is. So, this is about how important this individual is to you and how it's going to impact you, to make sure that we are supporting our colleagues at what is an incredibly difficult time for them to get over this moment. And also the important thing for us is it isn't at that point in time, it's when it's most relevant to them. So for some colleagues, it might be when that bereavement first occurs. For other colleagues, it might be at that really important moment in time, like an anniversary or a birthday. So it's a really flexible policy that helps line managers work with colleagues to handle bereavement in the way that's most appropriate for that individual. Because let's remember, all of us handle bereavement in a very unique way.
Yes, indeed. And just finally on that, do you think part of the issue also comes down to the so-called British stiff upper lip, attitude at work? We all perhaps are a little guilty of holding things in when perhaps we would be better off having conversations, more open conversations, and admitting that we need some time off.
Oh, absolutely. We really do want to encourage people to talk. If anybody wants access to the policy, they can go onto the Co-op website and search Co-op Compassionate Leave. As you said at the beginning, we've worked with Cruise, who are an amazing charity that support with bereavement counselling. It is something that genuinely impacts people's mental well-being, their physical well-being, and how they perform at work, as well as their relationships at home. So the more that we can do to help our employees make this as comfortable, positive is a difficult word in such a sad situation, but as positive an outcome as they can handle at that time, the quicker they'll be back to work, the better they'll be feeling in themselves, and ultimately better for everybody.
Really good to get your thoughts this morning. Thanks very much indeed for taking us through the changes at the Co-op Group when it comes to bereavement leave. Claire Costello there, Chief People and Inclusion Officer at the Co-op Group.
This is
Co-op Group.
This is
Co-op Group.
This is Co-op.